Hello everybody, my name is Shaylee and today we're going to do some different peep experiments. So the library had some old expired peeps that aren't really good for eating, so we thought we would play around with them today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a sink and float test. This is a density test to see if our peeps are more dense than water. If they're more dense than water, then they should sink. If they are not, they should float. So I have two peeps here we're gonna try. This one has been squished, as you can see, and this one is not. Okay, let's try the one that isn't. It looks like it floats. And let's try the one that is squished here. It looks like it is also still floating. So what you can do is you can try to remove some of the air bubbles out of it. And when you do that, it might be more likely to sink. Wow, did you see? That dipped down a little bit further. And it looks like it's starting to sink. Next, we are going to do a color test. So I have all these different colors here. And we're going to put them in the water, and we're going to see what they do. And we're going to wait a couple of minutes. So after leaving my peeps out to soak in the water for about 20 minutes, I went back and checked on it. And as you can see, it had a very beautiful rainbow color. So if you guys want to do this at home, you can make some rainbow water. So another activity that we're going to do is we're going to test out what happens when you freeze peeps, when peeps are exposed to heat through a microwave. So I picked out 3 different peeps. One was already sort of shriveled up and older, and 2 were a little bit squishier. So I went ahead and I put them in the freezer, as you can see here, and I let them freeze for about an hour. And I checked them twice after an hour and then again for 2 hours. And as you can see here, I'm testing out the squishiness of the peeps. So actually, the first 2 peeps on the left there, the pink bunny and the purple peep, were both pretty squishy even after being in the freezer for a while. And I thought that was really neat. But the one that was already kind of shriveled up and stale was, not squishy at all. So for our heat exposure experiment, I went ahead and I picked out 1 peep. This one was not stale, and I put it on a microwavable safe plate into the microwave for about 20 seconds. And as you can see there, it started to expand. The marshmallow and the peep just started to expand, and it was fluffy and neat, kind of like a toasted marshmallow. And something that's notable is that some of the food coloring that was on the peep was left on the plate. Our next experiment is really neat and will take a couple hours to a day or so, depending on how long you want to try it. So I went ahead and I got some different plastic cups that I've labeled. One contains soap water, one contains rubbing alcohol, one contains water, one contains vinegar, and one contains oil. For this test, I used the same type of peep, and I put 1 in each container. This photo here was actually taken only 1 minute after I put the peeps in. So you can see that it didn't take very long for some of that purple food coloring to get into some of our solutions here. So which ones do you notice have more food coloring in? This photo was taken about 20 hours after I first put the peeps in. As you can see here, most of the food coloring on the bottom of the peep is gone, So you can see in the water and in the soap water, it's highly, highly purple, a bluish purple. The vinegar's got a little bit of that coloring too. There's no food coloring in the oil, and then there's some food coloring in the rubbing alcohol. If you leave the Peeps in the solutions long enough, you'll notice that water is the most likely one to dissolve the Peeps. The soap water dissolves a little bit too, but I would say that the second best solution for dissolving was vinegar. And after letting the Peeps sit for about 20 hours, I did get to pick them up and see how squishy they were on the bottom. Was there anything about our experiments today that surprised you guys? When you try your own Peep experiments, what do you notice? What surprises you about your own experiments? Please let us know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.